This tool represents Ramset's second generation of 122 high velocity powder actuated tools. This is a dual action 122. And by dual action, it simply means that you have your choice of firing mechanisms. You could either get the tool with a palm strike firing mechanism, such as the early 122 is set up with, or like this one is set up with the twist handle firing mechanism. And the twist handle firing mechanism simply works that you twist the tool down as you cock it, and then you twist the handle to get it to go off. I would assume that the only difference between these two different tools is the firing mechanism themselves. I would think that the barrel assembly was the same design and you could just pop whichever handle you wanted on there. This tool is a 1/4 inch barrel, but there were other barrel sizes available for it. And this tool, some of the older ones had a bell housing on it, but this tool has the swivel guard, which allows you to get into close access areas so that you could fire up against the wall or spin it around into other areas if you didn't need to get that close, or you had your full protection spall guard. This spall guard would be a feature of many Ramset 122s throughout the years. It's very similar to the spall guard on the 122 MD. The literature that I have on this tool shows it using shear pins, and the tempo tool that I just purchased happens to have a 2-inch shear pin with it, and I have a whole box of Ramset pins from a slightly later time period. The box itself still has all these images of the shear pin all around it, and these are 2-inch pins also. So I figured I'd take this pin and shoot it, and one of these pins and shoot it, and see how they compare to each other. There shouldn't be too much difference. We'll use yellow loads, old box of Ramset yellow loads. We'll see if those still work. Alright, that was unexpected. The second shot went off before I was ready. And I know one of the reasons why. But I don't think that was the whole entire reason. Everything looks fine. Got a nice hit on the firing pin, or excuse me, on the load. And there's no damage to the load as if it went off out of the chamber. But one thing I did forget to do is take the shear ring out. And the shear ring is kind of cupped. So that must have allowed the breech plug to set up higher than expected. So I guess we should try it again, this time without the shear ring. Well, that was a pretty good example of why you need to read the operator's manual. I've always had trouble with this tool getting it to twist and set right. Sometimes I get it right on the mark, and then other times it just fights back. So I don't know if the manual will help in that. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it will. I got an idea of what I'm doing wrong, but I'm not going to go into that now. Obviously, I made a mistake when I forgot to remove the shear ring from the first shot. That caused the tool to go off prematurely on the second shot, which caused me to do a third shot, which I tried to put too close together in between the other two shots, which caused the block to break. So there's two mistakes on me on that, two things I should not have done. And maybe three in operating the tool. But now, just out of curiosity, my own personal curiosity, I'm going to take it. And I got this box of old Ramset threaded studs that I don't have any use for. Got a pretty thick shank there. I'm going to just shoot that and see how it does there.